Day 6 of Cows Week started overcast, with a force 3 northwesterly which backed and increased through the day, with gusts of force 6 in the afternoon. The white group fleets were sent off to the west, while the black group classes went east. And with low water halfway through the starting sequence today, some classes had a more favourable tide than others. The Etchells got away at 10:45, with most starting near the outer end of the line to get the best out of the ebb tide. Pale Tide just managed to get between the buoy and Desperate to leeward of her. The 15-boat fleet headed off up the beat with the tide under them to their first mark of West Leap. From there they completed a 17-mile course before finishing under spinnaker on the squadron line. Graham Bailey's Arbitrator continued her winning ways today, taking yet another bullet to cement her position at the top of the class and their position at the head of the white group fleet overall. Second today, and less than a minute astern, was marked down as Moonlight, with Robert Elliott's Esprit coming home third. We asked Graham Bailey about the racing this week.
We've managed not to drop a point so far this week, so we're very happy with that. It's good. We're winning the races. The trouble is now that we've won all of the races so far, and so you go from trying to do your best to win the class to just not drop a point at all, and that's a completely different style of sailing. Cows Week's my absolute favourite, to be honest. It just because it is so different, and there are so many things going on the whole time. They're long days, and you're never ever safe till you've got the boat home across the finishing line. It's quite different to the normal windward leeward sort of Olympic type racing that the class does, and I think that those that haven't enjoyed a Cows Week race have really missed out on something. I think it's good for you.
The 19 boats in the J80 fleet were sent on the same course as the Etchells, but started 20 minutes later. Excess blow was over the line at the gun, while Aqua J barely made it between the buoy and Oi. Against Malaria.com has been the boat to beat this week, but they had their worst result so far today, finishing in 6th. The second overall boat, El Sapel, also got their worst result so far, an 8th. Up until now, Oi's best result has been a 4th, but today they had a very healthy lead as they approached their final mark of E-Digital Research near Newtown Creek. Rounding second was Aqua J, and they set off in pursuit of Oi. The wind was fickle on the run, and it needed the crews to stay alert to jibe their way to the line in the strongest bands of pressure. Spitfire was the third boat around the final mark in a fleet that had become very spread out on their 17-mile course. But on the way to the finish, Spitfire passed Aqua J to take second place, with Aqua J in third. At the top of the quarter-ton class, there's a close battle going on between Espada and Bullet. Just 1 point separated them before today, but neither had a great start, and Bullet eventually retired from the race. Whiskers got a good start at the outer end of the line, along with Runaway Bus and Alice 2. Espada is owned by Louise Morton, who yesterday won the Ladies' Day trophy. Today, she drove Espada to a third-place finish to retain her overall lead, with just 2 more races to go. At the end of a 3-hour race, it was David Thomas's Sergeant Pepper, which took the win by over 2 minutes on corrected time from Rob Gray's Aguila in second. The small fleet of 7 Contessa 32s started at 12:10, with just Blue Shark and Drumbeat choosing the outer end, with the rest much further towards the island shore. Coryphon and Nimbus started near the middle and were having a good battle, with Coryphon luffing Nimbus to try to keep her at bay. It didn't work, as Michael Hill's Nimbus went on to lead the fleet around the 14-mile course to take the win by 2.5 minutes from Ken Mizzen's Blue Shark. Series leader Blanco started even further over towards the island shore, but it didn't pay for her as she ended the race in third, over 5 minutes behind the leader, but having done enough to retain her overall lead. Today's award of the Carphone Warehouse Pick of the Day goes to the Contessa 32 Blanco. The Contessa 32 is a renowned seaboat that can cope with anything. But today, as gusts came through shortly after their start, Blanco reminded us how 1970 vintage long keel designs behave downwind. As Blanco rolled from side to side while her helmsman fought for control, a sensible crew member was seen spread-eagled on the cabin top, hanging on for dear life. Today was the first time in many years that the white group classes have finished their races on the squadron line, which gave us shoreside spectators a treat. But some of the X1 design crews may have been surprised when they were rapidly overtaken on the line by BMW Oracle's America's Cup class yacht storming past them as the American team won the 1851 Cup's Round the Island race against the British crew on Team Origin. As Team Origin approached the finish line, a windsurfer made an impressive leap out of the water off their wake. And then there was a final dramatic moment as Team Origin's spinnaker pole was eased too far, bent around the forestay and snapped over the heads of the foredeck crew. Well, that's it from the 6th day of Cows Week. Join us tomorrow when we'll be back with action from the big boats of classes 0 and 1 and the SB3s in the white group fleet. See you then.